the show?
All right, that's exactly right. It is Movies Over My Hammy, a podcast where we review a movie against a sandwich or something else. Who knows? I'm Andrew Santoro.
I'm Adam Ordall Quinnell.
And in this episode, we're going to be reviewing Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula against Burger King's Monster Mash's Vampire Nuggets. They are officially called Vampire Nuggets. They are not called Vampire Chicken Nuggets, just so you know.
So we're to believe that these nuggets are made of vampire.
Or are they for vampires?
Well, if they were for vampires, they would just be blood. It would just be like a nugget that you bite into and blood comes out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But what kind of blood? Like people blood?
No, it would be ketchup. They wouldn't use It's a fast food restaurant. But now I want a nugget that's got ketchup inside. I don't want to throw us off. What? Oh, you don't like ketchup in your nut? You don't like a ketchup nugget?
What kind of nugget? Because again, we've established it's just a nugget. So is it a nugget of ketchup? Do they like freeze dry ketchup and then fry it?
So I thought I was going to be the high person on this podcast. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, no, I'm saying like it's a chicken nugget and inside they inject it with a little frozen bead of ketchup so that when you deep fry it, you bite into it, it's got ketchup on the inside. You're a ketchup with your nuggets, boy. Or anything else. Like, if they've got a special fancy sauce, like a little spicy chipotle sauce or something, I'll get it. I'll get after that instead of ketchup. But, you know, there was a long period of time when I was a kid where I only ate mustard. I was a weird fucking mustard kid.
That is weirder.
And then...
Mustard is a weird one.
I think I just wanted attention, quite frankly, and I got it, boy.
Someone was like, can I put some honey in that mustard? And you're like, get the fuck away from me.
Oh my God, yellow shitty French's mustard only for me as a child. I was incredibly annoying. But
that sound annoying.
What do you dip your nuggets in?
Well, I mean, up until I was not a boy anymore, I think I did ketchup, and then I graduated to, I don't know, honey mustard, I suppose. That's way more basic. Like ketchup at least has like a personality. It's like a bad personality, but like it's something.
Yeah,
I feel like honey mustard's like the thing.
Plus, I like to put a little sriirachi in my ketchup.
Ooh,
I like to do
like a little srirachi.
A little srirachi in my catsup. I like how you did the intro. I'm trying not to fucking talk over you, but I like how you like laid it out. We're comparing this to this.
Yeah,
that's good. Also, I like that it doesn't fucking matter when a movie came out. Like, I think a lot of movie podcasts, I mean, they probably, we're going to review a movie from 1992, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, and the promotional tie-in menu that they decided to do 33 years later.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The very idea of Dracula's. And I've always seen it as Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula as well.
Yeah.
And I was kind of pissed off when all of the listings for it, when I looked it up, like on IMDb or anything like that, it just says Dracula.
Like, it's just like Kenneth Branagh's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Ooh. That's great.
Which was another one that I was like, we could check that out. But also, it's got Kenneth Branagh as Frankenstein and Robert De Niro as Frankenstein's monster.
Oh my God, I watched that.
Insane.
That was a made-for-television movie, I believe.
Really?
I think it was on like TNT or something fucked up like that. And Robert De Niro, the Frankenstein, he's got little discs in his neck instead of bolts.
Sure.
It's like, what if instead of bolts,
like
it's like
silver
half
plate?
No, like 2 CDs, like half of a CD in each of his. Have you seen We Come in Peace, or that Dolph Lundgren movie about the aliens where they shoot the little discs around? It looks like the little disc from that, but in his neck, because he's like
weird. I've seen
edgy.
Wild West. Is it like that?
Oh, it's less like that, and good.
That's like the one good part in Wild West. No, the two main guys get captured, and then they put these
Oh, the
magnetic things on their
collars.
collars, and then the things are magnetically drawing these giant saw blades to cut their heads off.
Yeah,
I was like,
okay.
that's a pretty good bit, like
Fair.
in an otherwise terrible movie that was sold on, I believe, Robot Spider was the like prevailing thing. There's some Hollywood story on that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I definitely saw the video for the Wild Wild West tie-in song.
Yes,
100,000 times before school as a child on MTV.
That won a Nick Kids Choice Award
for most Wild West
best song or something.
There was definitely
We're just looking at those today, and it baffles me that that's on there.
There was definitely a tie-in menu at like Burger King or McDonald's or something for Wild Wild West.
Oh, we could have reviewed it.
Probably like a Western bacon cheeseburger.
Imagine if we had started this podcast back when that menu was live. I would have been a child, but by now we would be like influencing who's the president and stuff.
Well, right. Mark Maron, we'd be like, we'd be dealing with all the patent trolls, all the podcast patent trolls, I don't know what ever happened to that, but stay the fuck away from us.
What the Food is what we would have called it probably or something.
What the Food and movie.
Yeah.
So Bram Stoker's Dracula. Did you see?
Good movie.
Oh my God, it's my favorite fucking Coppola. I like,
oh man, I mean, Godfather's very good. That's a very like so many dumb answer, but
I almost can't like The Godfather or The Godfather 2 for the fact of
I've never seen the second one.
How it's really. Well, we've definitely got to set that aside for the podcast and eat some spicy spaghetti and put a menu together for it or something. Because
to go eat at Godfather's Pizza or something.
That has one of the best throat slits. Like, it really reminds you why. It really and same thing in the first one when the guy gets shot in the neck. Like, it really reminds you why Coppola is so good.
Oh yeah.
Just like, I like The Godfather, but it's just so many kids have a Godfather poster or whatever on there. It just seems like I can't. And Dracula is so niche, and it's got it's.
See, I feel like this is just like an age difference, right? It's like because me growing up, the posters that like the folks in college had were Fight Club and if you were feeling a little more retro, it would be Scarface.
Oh, not Reservoir Dogs?
I suppose Reservoir Dogs was in there.
Reservoir Dogs?
What a film. Tarantino, one of the greats. Definitely totally cool dude.
I saw Reservoir Dogs before I saw Pulp Fiction when I was like 11 years old or whatever, because my brother had it on VHS. And he's like, that movie Pulp Fiction that's coming out, this is the guy who made it. And we watched Reservoir Dogs, and I was 11, and I was like, man, this is pretty hardcore. And then we watched Pulp Fiction the next year when my parents were at bowling on Thursday night. My brother came downstairs like, okay, we're watching Pulp Fiction while mom and dad are bowling. And I'm definitely a better, saner person because of it now, 30 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think my first introduction to like Pulp Fiction would have been on like Spike or like TNT, some network that doesn't exist anymore.
They
like,
played it on that
some
shit?
TV edit.
Oh my gosh!
I would have been watching some edit where they like changed lots of words to sound alikes and they cut out lots of scenes. It's always wild because I grew up watching. I loved Dogma when I was a kid, the movie Dogma, the Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah.
And because they would play it all the time on Comedy Central, like constantly, but they would cut full chunks out.
Of course. Of course.
And like the first time I finally bought the like DVD going into college, and I was like watching it with friends, and there's the entire sequence where they meet Selma Hayek I think that's her, right? The strip
Yeah,
bar sequence is completely cut from like the TV version because the poop monster is not in there at all.
There's no poop monster, the Golgothan?
Yeah, I think he's, for whatever reason, Poop Monster just not kosher with Comedy Central
He's
at
shit.
that time.
I think there's a line where Jay says, he's shit. So funny story, quick story about Dogma. My buddy John, when we were growing up in high school, he worked at T59 Video, one of the video stores in town, and so he got the VHS for Dogma like the weekend before it became available. So we watched it, and oh man, we thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. And I think it's one of the few Kevin Smith movies that holds up on a rewatch almost. I think
it works. Yeah,
I think that and like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and to some degree Mallrats are still good to watch. Clerks is just a little bit too.
Clerks feels a little corny on rewatch. Like I have a hard time with it.
With what?
With Clerks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Clerks 2. They feel a little like. I feel way too much like I loved this a lot when I was a teenager.
We need to talk about Dracula, but just really quick, I watched Clerks 3. Did you watch
You're not
Clerks
supposed
3?
to do that. That's
It
not
was
the thing
literally
anyone's supposed to do.
literally like I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
I read the premise, which was like one of the guys working at the convenience store has a heart attack and then has like a second take on life that he has to make a movie. I was like, nope, too navel gazy. I can't.
Oh, but
do it.
But the twist is at the end of the movie, the other guy fucking dies of a heart attack.
Oh, man.
So the end is like Randall choking up at Dante's funeral, and I was like, who in the fuck is this for? Like, I'm sorry, but nobody.
Well, now you're gonna have to spoiler tag this because we ruined the biggest twist of the year.
I will not spoiler tag a movie from 3 years ago that nobody should have watched. It literally felt like I got an email. Like somebody accidentally put my email into the Kickstarter for the movie that got made. Like nobody's supposed to see this except the backers. It was very strange, very strange.
Yeah, that's very odd. That is 3 years ago. Okay, I swear that movie came out so long ago. But yes, a lengthier breakdown on what the show is. Back to the show. Is we are going to compare a movie to a food product no, it's a food product to something else, a tie-in menu, as it were, such as like Lord of the Rings or actually it's Hobbit, isn't it? There's no Lord of the Rings tie-in menu.
Oh, that would have been
something
great.
along those lines.
Yeah. The Aragorn.
Would have had some sort of cinnamon trolls at sunrise.
Yeah, but no, that's the Hobbit. The Hobbit is
I know.
Yeah.
But in lieu of an official movie tie-in menu, we will be figuring it out. We're going to review a movie against the Moon's Over My Hammy sandwich, or Bram Stoker's Dracula against Nuggets.
This is where we're going to shine. Because, you tell the premise to somebody and they go, well, I can remember one movie tie-in ever in my life. And your podcast is about that one, and it's like, yeah, we covered it in the game in the first episode. There are other movie tie-in items, sure, not all the time though, and so
you did a real one. And maybe it's out already, and maybe it's not. I think it's a good recurring bit if we don't know the order of release on the episodes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's just a good recurring bit.
The fact that we're releasing these monster movie ones in November and December, I mean, people are going to love us.
The scariest times of the year.
Oh, my God, right? Family. Yes, your family. Not an audio problem. That's my voice. So we're like this week, because
that's like male vocal fry what you just did there.
I know. I asked Andrew. I said, Andrew, God damn it, I want to do a podcast where somebody pitches me the fucking idea for the podcast, and then I'm on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I thought up my last podcast. And I was like, I want somebody to be like, hey, I've got an idea, and you had one, baby. And then you said, hey, there's these Burger King Halloween menu coming out, right?
Yes.
And then there's also a new Frankenstein movie coming out, the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein. And then we know that there's some good monster movies that we liked in the past. And Pumpkinhead, I believe, is gonna be in there somewhere.
Or maybe already was.
Maybe you've heard the Pumpkinhead episode, and holy shit, it was a ripper, I would imagine.
I can't believe Adam said what he did, but we're sitting with it.
Yeah, he's already not getting booked doing stand-up currently, but oh man, even less somehow. So these menus, like, you got like a mummy thing and a Dracula thing and a fucking whatever. And so this week we're covering the vampire chicken nuggets.
Yes, vampire chicken nuggets
from Burger King.
And Burger King Monster Mash menu. I won't read the copy for the Monster Mash menu once more because
you probably
I did that
heard
in
it?
a future or post episode.
Yeah. And honestly, you're getting to this 6 months from now when you're listening to the backlog.
You can't eat it anyways. But we've got vampire nuggets, which are, of course, crispy chicken nuggets shaped like vampire fangs and bats, served in a carton, designed as a coffin. Perfect for dipping and sharing with your coven. These fantastic treats are available as part of the King Jr. meal or a la carte. I didn't catch that on my initial typing this out. It has sharing with your coven.
That's witches, right?
That is witches.
What
That's
do you call
not a vampire thing.
Well, hold on. What do you call a group of vampires? I think it is a vampire thing too. I think it's a coven of vampires, but they stole the idea from witches.
Yeah, they co-opted it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And witches, quite frankly, they're pissed. And you can see why. You get it.
Well, the AI overview, we always trust that, is telling me that a group of vampires can be called a coven, a coterie, or a clan.
Ooh, a coterie. Oh, that sounds like somewhere you'd get some fancy clothes, or where they would put your fancy clothes when you're not wearing them.
But let's see. If you take it to Quora, gives two collective nouns for vampires, coven and house. If these don't please you, you could use one of the collective nouns for bats instead. Cloud, colony, flock, or camp. Alternatively, a collective noun for people could work as well.
Ooh, like a gang of vampires. A cloud. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's a cloud of vampires. They're really causing troubles. A cumulus cloud.
This guy rules. Vampires are fictional, so whatever the author wants to establish the world.
Hey, when you go to Quora, sometimes you go to Quora, you get the horns.
I have no damn time for this thing. I don't know why I'm answering it. I must get some sort of points for it. So I wanted to check out what people thought of the nuggets that aren't me or you, because, I'm a man of the people. I like to know what everyone's thinking about the nuggets. So I checked out Burger King's Facebook post with them sharing the nuggets.
Here we go, dude. I didn't even think.
So I would love to get these vampire nuggets to eat for sure. That's got a pumpkin and a thumbs up emoji. These taste like the Crown Nuggets. Let's see. I hope these taste like the ones. Here's a little back and forth. I hope these taste like the ones back in the 90s, the chicken tenders. I reply to that. Never had them, but they taste exactly like the 2000s Crown Nuggets. Another back and forth on that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never had the Crown Nuggets. So what do they taste like? I'll reply to that. They taste like nuggets. They're right back. I was just wondering because I liked the ones that were back in the 1990s. That's why I asked.
Oh my God. Is that?
Reply to that. That's special. Another reply. Oh, okay. But yeah. And then finally, I liked the ones from when I was a kid too. The nuggets they have now are kind of meh. Not sure what a Crown Nugget is. Same, lol, me neither.
Same lol? Was that same lol, me neither?
Yeah. And then right below that again, these taste like the Crown Nuggets.
Oh my God. Do you think those are real people, or do you think that's two AI Facebook accounts interacting in the comments? Because I don't look at Facebook anymore. So I feel like it's gotta just be Meta must just be an absolute garbage dump of fucking AI right now.
I mean, here's a comment from Burger King top fan, which again, I think we've talked about this.
Wait, on Facebook?
Burger King top fan. The comment is Vampy Nuggies, which is pretty good.
Wait, that's the whole comment? And that's Burger King's top fan is the name of the Facebook account that left the comment?
Sorry, Vampy Nuggies, and then it is like a smiley face that like looks so happy it's gonna cry, and then next to that is a fire.
Wow.
The life giver. And then another comment here, looks like a game controller. This is another common one that everyone thought they needed to point out.
Well, they're not wrong. That's what I would have said maybe in mine if they hadn't beat me to it. I guess I'm not an online enough person. I
needed to get in there and get my Quora points. Someone did reply to the looks like a game controller with some fact checking, though. Someone put them over their teeth, and they do look like vampire costume fangs. So, just in case you were wondering.
When you ate them, did you do that? Did you put them over your teeth?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. I was too hungry.
Yeah.
I didn't do any
I
bits.
ate them all. I know. I felt bad.
They could be shaped like little squares for all I give a shit. I just want them in there. Like I just want to.
Yeah.
Because I get really sad, and then when I eat fast food, and I'm still sad.
But it temporarily fills that hole.
And then you get sleepy, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, baby, I'm going to bed at 8:45 tonight, girl. I tell you what.
And then this one, not so much specifically about the nuggets. I did think it was relevant because it is about the Halloween menu, which again we are talking about in November or December at this point.
Sure.
But this comment, maybe you can fix the issue with the prices you have online versus in your stores. I went online to check prices due to money being tight and saw you had a boondle meal that included a Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, small drink, 12-piece mummy mozzarella sticks, and a sundae for $12.99. Got to the location and they wanted $17.99, and it didn't even include all those items. Now, I would understand if on your menu online it was under an online-only section, or if there was a disclaimer under the item stating store prices may vary, but there wasn't anything like that. Are you aware that this is a false advertisement lawsuit you are sitting on? I'm posting this on social media and letting you know that you have 2 weeks to either fix the issue by putting the disclaimers on your items in regards to pricing, as well as items included when ordered in store. Otherwise, I will be finding an attorney to file a class action lawsuit against Burger King for false advertising. Not only does your website require an account to place an order online, which makes me think that you are selling people's information, but the items included online aren't necessarily included in the meals in store. For example, in store you get a choice of the drink or sundae. You don't get both. The online price for your babondle meal for you was $12.99. However, in store without all the items included in the meal online, they wanted $17.99. This is false advertising without any disclaimers, and not only have you lost my business, I hope you also lose the business of all those who read this.
Is that done? Are you done?
That is done, and then before the day's over, they did appear to say, I have contacted a lawyer regarding this issue.
Okay, look. So they didn't give them the 2 weeks. So that person's full of shit. But I must admit that I ate rosin, THC rosin jellies before we recorded, and they literally kicked in halfway through you reading that thing, and I was just like, oh, what is going on? They're like, so imagine you're at Burger King, right? Like, what if Burger King did care? What if like somebody saw this and was just like, oh my God, he's gonna call a lawyer. It just feels like a Tim Robinson sketch. Like somebody's just like, oh my God, they're gonna call a lawyer, and then they throw it up the chain, and they have to like they're like, we've only got 2 weeks to change all the signs.
Yeah, man. All right. You and I both worked at a carpet cleaning company. where we were in the call center of said carpet cleaning company. Not to out us or, past dox us, but there was a person who would religiously call in about how they were going to bring a lawsuit against the company. And it was treated with such seriousness.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no. And it was not a thing. Like, it genuinely wasn't. Like, nothing could have happened from it. There was no case. But,
people are nuts,
be
man.
Scared of lawyers, man.
And I've been there, dude. I've been there. I've saw the app bundle and gone there, and it was more. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, I didn't contact my attorney. I just paid $4 more for a thing. But this person did say money was tight, and I do also relate to that. Do you think that they're just a dumbass and they didn't realize that you have to order it through the app? I
would almost guarantee that was the case.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It did say, you know what? I would bet that it probably said online exclusive, and she was like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me,
Secret
dude?
misogynist Adam coming out
dude,
here.
I'm gonna puke on myself. Unreal. So this fellow, this male fucking complainer.
I know you wanted to say fellette for a second.
This fucking,
I could hear the hesitation.
This white male complainer, this cis white male complainer. What was the question? He said,
I would say there is no question. This was a reply to a picture of chicken nuggets.
Oh, yes. So fuck that guy, basically. What the hell? Like, people are just so crazy. That guy thought that it didn't say app exclusive, but it definitely did. So
'cause there's another one here that says bad service with Burger King. I ordered something on the app that was no longer available. I think if Burger King doesn't take off items that they no longer sell, I think Burger King should have lawsuit in their hands for not having an item at store when and it on the app.
Wait a second. Is that the same? Is that the same motherfucker?
No, it's a new guy.
It's a new guy, a new man who's mad. Oh,
no. Our original lawsuit guy does come back because somebody says, not a big fast food guy, but I gotta admit, Burger King does spooky season right. And then this guy comes in and says, you realize they are falsely advertising certain meals in both prices and items if you look online and then go into the store, right?
Oh my God, dude. That guy, that is a real guy. That's not a bot.
Yeah,
that is a guy.
Rules.
Can you follow his comments so that you can see other stuff that he's commented on? Because that's great. And
we can figure him out.
Fucking unreal, dude. Imagine you're just watching. He gets a notification that's like somebody commented on this thing you commented on before, and he just gets in there. You know these motherfuckers. Like
they won't even listen to my lawyer.
I guess when I hear something like that, I just think like I'm crazy, right? And I don't say that lightly. I am. I've just been taking medication for a long time, been in therapy for a long time. I got a lot of stuff that I deal with. Mm-hmm. I would never do that. I would never go on the app and say, I would never go online and say, hey, you know these motherfuckers are lying about what they're doing, right? Like,
yeah, you'd never go online under your given name and leave a public comment to everybody about how much you need to seek help because
I don't know.
This is a much too big problem that clearly isn't a Burger King problem.
Well, and I feel so bad because yes, money is tight. Capitalism has an absolute fucking stranglehold, right? And $4 could make or break you having a shake, a mummy shake. And
I will say, like, I've never been in a place in my life where I looked at $13 for mummy mozzarella fries and a jack-o'-lantern Whopper and thought that sounded good to me. But if that price goes up by $5, I'm destitute.
I'm telling you, that's privilege, bro.
I guess. Yeah.
Maybe it is. Like, I don't know. I want to just be like, that person is a fucking idiot. And that's not a real problem. And get over yourself. But it's also like, yes,
Money
those
is
things
tight,
are all
man.
true. But there's a kernel of truth in their crazy, in their madness, you know? But yeah, that person's an absolute psychopath. And I fear for anybody in their life.
Yeah, I hope their class action lawsuit does well, and they can get their 17-cent check in the mail in approximately 12 years, because that is how those seem to go.
I got $36 from Facebook, and it only took them like 2 weeks to get it to me. They said it could be like 3 months, and I got a direct deposit into. So if you know, like, you're on Facebook, obviously you're commenting on shit, you probably got $36 waiting for you in a class action lawsuit.
That's 2 of the Boondle meals, guy.
Exactly, and
Get in there,
at the full price.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 3 of them at the
Wow.
fake meal.
You
the
could
fake
feed
price.
so many sad people. What else you got about the vampire nuggies, bro?
I mean, not a lot. I will say the vampire nuggets, while a fun and novel item that do both resemble video game controllers, remind people of the crown nuggets, and if you hold them up next to your teeth, do look like teeth. There's not a lot on them. So instead, I thought maybe, you're a stand-up. I've never stood up before. So I thought, as I was, thinking about my thoughts on the vampire nuggets, I thought maybe I could test out a few.
Wait, hold on. So you want to do
few.
stand-up for me now over the Zoom as part of our podcast?
I mean, I feel like
And
it's a little relevant.
This is how this is kind of the kind of thing we should talk about beforehand. Like, but go with the flow. I'm into it. The show's evolving. Also, I call myself a stand-up comedian in the loosest of terms these days. I'm sort of a former, a former. But yeah, I would love
I figured
to.
I could get like a few free pointers. From,
Sure.
One of the masters.
Yeah, I mean, I am paying for the Zoom. So
like negative dollars.
Yeah, you know what? Go. I love it. I think you're a funny guy. I think that if any of my friends that don't do stand up wanted to, you're definitely one of those people that could.
Oh man,
that could want to do that, not necessarily do it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't think I would want to at all. It seems nerve wracking.
But you ate these nuggets and something bit a bee in your bonnet.
Yes, something bit a bee in my bonnet. So
let me hold on. Let me bring you up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Movies over My Hammy, open mic. Yeah, we get it. There's not always a promotional item. Sometimes we're just comparing some fucking movie we like to a sandwich that's okay.
Welcome to the movies, the comedy movies over My Hammy ship.
Well, you're off stage, so hold on. But yeah.
Oh, I was just giving you the name of the place. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Hey, open micer, kind of weird, but yes, we are at the movies over My Hammy mothership. That's a very funny bit. Kind of weird to just come out on stage and say where we are. You signed up. We pulled your name out of a bucket.
Wow, okay.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your last open micer of the night, Mr. Andrew Santermo. Give it up for Andy, everybody.
Oh yeah, woo. Okay, hello. Picture me walking out on the stage. Roarous applause. My eardrums burst from the laughter and the clapping. I'm bleeding out of my ears, but I bravely continue with my set, which goes along of hey everybody.
So hold on, I'm sorry to stop you right there, but I was kind of just expecting you to, like, I know that you've done narrative podcasts in the past, but like, I was kind of expecting you to just come out and start doing, like, I'm so baked, I just realized that you were narrating the experience of somebody watching you do stand-up, and like, That's not so. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's try again. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Andrew Santoro, everybody.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Burger King's got Monster Mash menu. Did you know they have vampire nuggets? It's a pretty good name because they really sucked.
Oh,
They really sucked.
I'm upset.
In fact, they sucked. In fact, they sucked so much that they were really dry. Okay. Has anyone ever
ask a question.
I'm drinking the water. I'm drinking the water.
Yes.
Has anyone ever while they're eating the vampire nuggets thought like, but I'm biting them?
What?
Okay, you've been all the audience.
Okay. Woo! Thank you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Andrew Santoro.
But then I turn into a bat and I fly off stage.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Like in What We Do in Shabos.
Yes,
When they're
probably.
like,
I think
"Bat?"
they did that.
You haven't seen the show What We Do in Shadows?
I've seen the Shadows show. Did someone do an open mic on it? That seems like something that could happen in the show.
Not that I
is what I'm
remember. I
asking.
just know that they would say bat, and then they'd turn. But their voice wouldn't crack like a prepubescent. They would say
Adam.
bat, and then Matt Berry, and then he would turn into a bat and fly
Bat?
away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, that was funny.
I-
Good job.
good.
I thought that was funny. I think you should definitely save
yeah.
that for next year. And
Yeah, I'll get a bit about like the Franken Sunday.
So you want to
hoping-
do this You want to do this again?
Well, we're hoping that. Well, I mean, for next year, you know.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm working on this whole
All right.
Type 5 in the hopes that they do bring the menu back again next year. Because I will be out of luck if they don't.
You don't have anything to worry about there. I promise you, this menu will be back. It is an absolute ripper. It's a total barn burner. We talked about. We talked about what's the shake? That's the Frankenstein shake, right?
Yeah, they called it the Franken Sunday.
The Franken Sunday,
Which isn't like a good name, but I mean, we should save that.
We will.
We're going to talk about
We'll
it.
talk. We'll talk about that. We'll get to that a little bit later, if you know what I mean. On a future.
I mean,
episode.
I also devised a grading system for this because we either this is the first episode or we've never talked about this before.
Right.
But we can actually grade them on common things and then rank them against the thing in some sort of way that makes sense rather than just sort of vibes, which is kind of what we did.
Well, I don't know. I mean, so what I think we rate the food,
Yeah.
and then we rate the movie, and then we compare like, is the movie a better movie than the food is a food?
Well, here's
Just tell me
this.
what you're trying to set up. I'm so sorry.
So these are 5 points. I mean, if you like this, we can go with it. If we don't, this is good to hash this stuff out on the air.
It's
I'll get your
content,
honest
baby.
reactions. Taste. Like,
Sure.
was the movie tasteful? I guess I don't know. That one I didn't write anything for. That one feels like it should be in there because it's food, you know.
Pretty obvious.
Appearance. How did the movie look versus how did the food look?
Ooh.
Right. That seems good. Ingredients. So your food stuff. What's in the food versus the cast and the crew that made up the movie.
Okay, I'm with you.
Writing. The movie script versus the product tie-in copy.
Hey, there you go. Cool. I'm with you.
And then how did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking or did it leave you pooping for movies?
Sure.
And food. Like how did you keep thinking about it? Did you forget about it?
Or did you just
it give you
shit
like
it out?
Diarrhea.
You just shat that fucking movie right out of your movie
right out of my noggin.
guts. Right out of your fucking movie cloaca.
And I will say, Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula does not have to worry about that from me because
God.
What a movie.
What absolute, just so good. Do you want to talk about our experience of eating the nuggets, or do you want to save that until after we've kind of walked through the movie?
Yeah. How are you feeling? Do you want to nugget talk further? I feel like we went over nuggets a lot with other people's reviews, but we can get to our thoughts.
Well, yeah, or do you want to just combine that with comparing the two things later? I mean,
sure.
Let's just save it. As the English beat said, let's save it for later. That's a music band. Yeah, there you go.
Was that right?
I don't know. It goes, save it for later, but or something like that.
Whoa, that's what that song is?
Yeah.
No, that's sooner or later, you fool.
No, it's save it for later. Look it up.
I was like, sooner or later, your gets older.
Wait a second.
Save it for later.
Yeah, there you go.
It's sooner or later and save it for later.
Yeah, so we're both
this is
right.
unlocking something in me.
And I think that's something that's going to happen on this podcast a lot. We're both going to be correct, good boys. And we're going to talk about what we thought about the nuggets at the end when we talk about what we thought about the movie. Yes. And I actually, this time, I have the movie up on my screen, just kind of playing in the background. I wish I could play it at 1.5 speed, but
I feel like you would, like, this is a movie I would play on, like, the inside of a goth bar.
Oh, my God.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This one, like, dive bar in Austin that this guy took us to when we went to, like, a film fest, and they were just playing Hellraiser on all the screens. I was like, this works. Like, it's really weird, but it works. But Dracula opens with the Dracula's backstory.
The old
Gary,
Dracula
old
story.
Man. And what a good man to play Dracula, because he's an old man. Gary Oldman, that is. Gary Oldman is Count Dracula, or I don't know, Vlad the Impaler, basically.
Vlad Tepes, I think, is his name.
Yeah, so he's like going around. He does a bunch of killing for Jesus, or for the church. He's killing all the bad guys. He kills them all by himself.
We know. Hold on, one second. We know what we mean when we say bad guys. When he's killing bad guys for the church, we know that.
Yeah. That the church typically did not do that. Yeah.
Talking about non-Christians.
In the context of the movie, it is portrayed as a brave action of what he is doing, a brave and just thing. I will say that. Like, the movie does kind of take it that he is doing a lot of killing, but he is, in this time, not a bad guy. Even though he is kind of, like, they describe him as, like, skinning people and putting them on pikes and stuff. Kind of evil, but I think the tone of the movie is like, this guy's good and cool at this moment. But those evil non-Christians sent a message to his lady love while he was away, saying that he was killed in battle, which drives her to suicide. He returns to her waterlogged corpse in a church while this guy at the church is like, hey man, she killed herself. No heaven. Sorry. That's how it goes. Dracula's very mad about that because, like, he loved this lady, and that rule kind of stinks. I'm gonna say that one's not one of the good ones. So he says he renounces God. He's gonna do a bunch of bad stuff. He curses all that is good. He's gonna become evil, and he stabs the church cross with his sword, and it sprays a bunch of blood.
Oh my gosh.
Collects it in a cup and drinks it.
The blood. And you're like, oh, that guy's turned into a vampire. Oh, and I think that we should point out that the love of his life who dies, that's Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
And if I'm not
the church man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. He's, isn't it Anthony Hopkins?
It is.
Yeah, and he comes
Anthony
back
Hopkins
a little
is
bit
like the
later.
popey guy. But also the outfit, like Dracula's armor.
Oh, I've seen it.
Is so cool.
That's what I wanted. It's like a bunch of red vines knitted, stitched together to make this heinous looking blood armor.
Yeah,
and
he's got like muscle tissue.
It's great. And that was at the Guillermo del Toro's At Home with Monsters exhibit.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure he had that in his collection. and we got to see it, or maybe it was just the helmet, but I think it was the whole suit, and we were like, whoa, he had a lot of cool shit, but that stands out.
That's so cool. I mean, the big thing with this movie that I will say is looking into it, this guy loved, like Coppola, he's stated here as saying, like, I wanted to put so much money into the costuming. The costuming is like a huge part of the budget in this movie.
Sure.
Some huge percentage that is like unheard of, like compared to what he put into sets. It like eclipses it. It's crazy. And he's like, I wanted to make the jewels of my film, the actors, shine, which is really good. Like it's a cool armor set. But that big old cup of blood seems to be where we end here. So, something bad probably happened to this nice guy Dracula who just did a bunch of
typically when you go crazy and you drink blood, you turn into
blood from a cross.
Yeah, you turn into a Nosferatu. I would imagine, but yeah, I mean, this movie is already ripping it up. It's so fucking cool. And then what happens next is such a good way to get to the modern time for it.
Yeah, so we are. What is our direct translation? It's just like Keanu Reeves lawyers going to his house, right? Or am I missing something?
We're missing the Carfax District Lunatic Asylum.
Yeah.
So
I love the lunatic
and
asylum.
I have something to add for this too when we get to it. But yeah, I think that after when we jump to the future, we're introduced to Renfield. Yeah, it's right after old the guy from Fifth Element and the professional Gary Oldman. He goes,
yeah.
And then it says Bram Stoker's Dracula in very cool lettering. And then it's the Carfax, and we have to talk about that. The town is called Carfax, like the website where you look up what's gone on with your fucking car.
Just ask the Carfax for the Carfax.
And this is the Carfax Mental Institution.
So I could do like a tight, 45 minutes on the Carfax Fox.
Oh, absolutely.
As being one of the worst mascots that's ever been produced in modern times.
You're one of the only comedians I would trust, honestly, with it, quite frankly.
Well, it's just purely the fact that a mascot that has to wear a T-shirt that says the name of the mascot on it, it's probably a bad mascot.
Yeah, that's not great. That wouldn't fly in Japan where everything's got a very cool pointed mascot.
Yeah.
But no, this is where we get right to the Carfax Insane Asylum or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. I forget the exact name, but yes, I know what you're talking about. So we're in the Insane Asylum, and who is there but the murderate born?
What's he building in there? What's he building in there?
Just a really weird, I will say, subdued performance from someone I feel like could go nuts. But it is our boy, Tom Waits.
And he does end up going over the top with it. Like, he's so fucking good in this, dude. Like, when I was a kid watching this on HBO, I was just absolutely blown away by him. And just to imagine that, you would watch this on HBO in 1997 after it had been out, and then you turn it over to VH1, and it's like VH1 storytellers, and he's like, like playing piano, and it's just like, oh my God, that's the same guy? Good job, man. Yeah. You fucking nailed it, bro.
So he's rocking little tiny glasses and a broccoli cut. He's in like a stripy outfit, and he is eating bugs. That guy loves tasty beetle.
Absolutely. And they also mention the guy, the psychiatrist guy, is like, says, hey, maybe we could get you a cat or a kitten or something.
Yeah, what? And he's like, yeah, that would be so good to help me get close to my lord. Yep. So that would be perfect.
This caused me to pause the movie because I was watching it with my wife, and I also care about this kind of stuff. So I was like, is this a movie that I don't remember from a kid where you just have to watch a bunch of animals get killed? So I went to one of my favorite resources, a website that I check often called doesthedogdie.com. And I pulled up the Does the Dog Die for
that's not a dog at all.
for Francis Ford Coppola's. Well, it's all the animals. So
No, I figured.
you look up like whenever I see a cat in the opening scene of like a horror movie, I Does the Dog Die just to make sure I know that when it's gonna happen or whatever. The movie Smile taught me a lesson, and so I looked up Does the Dog Die for this movie, and this is the entry. It says, there is talk of killing animals, such as a kitten or a cat, but only at the beginning and nothing happens. He eats bugs.
That's good, yeah.
Oh
That's
my
true.
God. So the whole time every once in a while, I'd just look over at Brittany when we were watching, I'd be like, he eats bugs. It's like,
did you ever see, they made a movie, they made this, you know Leslie Nielsen.
yeah.
The goat.
Are you talking about Dracula Dead and Loving It?
Yeah. Renfield's character in that is very good. I don't know if you've seen that movie recently.
Yeah, it's isn't it Peter McNichols?
I think so. And he's just going, like, he'll just be out having a normal conversation, trying to like persuade someone to come to Dracula's house, and he just sees bugs, and he's like, gotta find a sneaky way to get that bug in this mouth without this person noticing.
That's
It's a
fun.
good bit.
They really dug into the he eats bugs of it all.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm not going to get in the way of your synopses. Go ahead.
Yeah, so old Renfield used to be Dracula's lawyer, his estate lawyer, his property lawyer, I don't know. But Jonathan Harker, Keanu Reeves, is taken over. Keanu Reeves has got quite the accent in this movie.
Oh my God, I feel so bad because Keanu Reeves, by all accounts, such a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, you've just heard so many good things about it. You saw that? Did you see that picture of him carrying a camera up the stairs on the set of John Wick 4? And they were like, "Oh, look at him go!
Yeah,
look,
man.
he's a nice guy." But
That
boy,
guy rules.
he's bad in this. He's just so fucking
He's real
bad.
bad. He's clearly trying, but I mean, the biggest thing I always heard about this movie is how bad this movie was, and it would always be laid on the shoulders of that performance.
He's
which
in
I
4
think is so
scenes.
stupid. Yeah, he's barely in this movie, and when he is, he's not talking that much.
Winona Ryder is the star of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, and Gary Oldman.
And Mr. Old Man. He goes to Transylvania to do this property deal where Dracula's trying to buy up some properties in London. So he is meeting with Dracula, and Dracula sees a picture of his fiance. Also, in the interim, right before he leaves, he sees his fiance, who is, wow, I can't remember her name.
Winona
You
Ryder
had it.
from
Winona Ryder.
Stranger Things.
Oh. But yeah, he sees his bride. She's clearly very horny, is that scene. That is my read on that scene in which she kisses him and keeps kissing him.
Yeah, and she's basically like, "Hey, fuck me before you leave," and he's like, "No, we're not married yet."
She does say later that he does feel like he's too poor to be with her, so maybe he doesn't want to, like, you know, make that commitment to her because he thinks she's better than him.
They're engaged to be married, right?
Just so sweet. Yeah. They are engaged to be married at that time. But she expressed to her friend, Lucy Westerna, that she knows that hesitancy with him. But he goes there. He's doing this property deal. Dracula sees a picture of his fiance and is like, "Hey, that's that lady I loved who killed herself. That's mine probably now."
And there's a
He
big
doesn't say
shadow.
that
There's
so
a
much.
practical shadow on the wall behind him. We got to
Yeah.
talk about the shadows. Oh my God, it's so rad because you know the big thing about this, and I'm sure you got research about it, but like Francis Ford Coppola did like the effects in camera, like a lot of them, and so
there's also so many like minis and like.
Oh, I love all the miniatures in this. Oh, dude. That shit
But
really does it for me. I fucking love this movie. And even at the beginning when they're showing like after Vlad Tepes's wife is dead, or fiance is dead, he goes on like a killing spree, right? And there's like the puppets Like there's like stick figure puppets of the battle, and I just love it.
So, he's like, this is kind of weird, but like I do gotta stay here. It's my job. And he traveled. He had a big trip, so he's gonna stay there for a while.
Because Dracula says, "I'll do this for you, but you got to stay here for a month. I'll do this big land deal where I buy all these houses. It'll be so great for you."
But you gotta teach me about London first.
Yeah, it's gonna take a month to be like, oh yeah, you gotta watch out for rats in the street because it's the 1800s. It's disgusting.
Make sure to stay away from the water. That's where the Black Plague lives. I don't know if that time period lines up at all. Probably not. There's also a good scene here where Keanu Reeves is shaving and he cuts himself, and Gary Oldman is just in the doorway, just watching him.
Doesn't Gary Oldman shave him later too? Like at some point,
this is the bit, right? Because he's there with his big double bun hair. Like I love this look too. He's got this stupid red cloak, big double bun hair. He sees him get a cut on his neck, and he just comes up and he's like, what's that over there? And Keanu's like, what? And he grabs the razor blade out of his hand. He's like, it's just wild scenes. But then he does lay him back and shaves him for him. So I have this question to ask you. Would you let your say we're back at our carpet cleaning days, you're just you nick yourself in the bathroom at work because you're shaving there for some reason, and your boss walks in and is just like, hey man, lay back. Shave you up.
That makes me fucking uncomfortable that you even ask that, dude. Like we can keep doing the podcast or whatever, but we gotta like that sickens me to my very core. I'm gonna puke blood. No, I would not. I wouldn't let. Honestly, I'm not big on letting anybody shave me because I've seen a little film called Eastern Promises. And every time I see somebody who's getting like shaved or shaved like with a straight razor or whatever, it's like, don't get that fucking shit away from me, dog. Like you ain't slitting my throat because of some perceived slight against your family.
And I've seen a little movie called Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Oh, yeah.
That went fine for all those guys. They got good shaves. But right after this, I believe there's like another scene, or it's the same scene where like Dracula's just hanging out with him, and suddenly he's gone, and he looks out the window, and he's just crawling around on the outside wall of the building.
Oh yeah, I love that. Like Dracula just leaves, and he's just like, he walks on all fours,
like showing off.
Yeah, like whoa, he can walk. Whoa, he can walk on walls. Whoa,
should go to bed now.
I should go to bed. I'm thinking,
I'll just hang out here some more.
I wrote these 3 letters that you asked me to write. Nothing weird about that.
Man, there's just so much. Because like when Keanu Reeves initially shows up in Transylvania, there's like a tiny scene where like the local townspeople clearly are like, hey, that place is bad up there. Here's a crucifix. And he's like, okay. And then like a weird armored with giant clawed figure like shows up in a cart to grab him.
He looks like a Nazgul. The guy's got motherfucking Nazgul hand, bro.
I know. Someone picks you up for your job dressed as a Nazgul, and you're just like,
well, the rich are quite
okay.
The rich are quite eccentric.
I have heard he's pretty reclusive.
I have heard he's quite eccentric.
So he wanders around the castle and finds 3 lovely ladies in a room.
They live inside a bed, and then they come out of it. We live in a bed.
They goop out of the bed. They're all up in between his crotch. They start drinking his blood and stuff. Dracula's like, hey, stop that. And then he's like, actually, I want that lady, so go for it. I don't really care. The ladies do a scene where they are very slightly deterred by the crucifix, but then they sort of just do like a little gesture and it melts.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. That's what's so funny because like they really kind of shit on the whole vampires are afraid of religion thing. It's like, no, we're not afraid of religion. We're a fucking response to religion,
we hate
motherfucker.
That thing. But so Keanu Reeves is just getting sucked in this mansion for most of the movie at this point. And then Dracula is like, I'm going to go live in London now.
So you said you just said Keanu Reeves is getting sucked in this mansion. You mean the vampire ladies are feeding off of him, right?
Yeah, they're sucking him.
Yes. And also they make it very sexual. I remember when I was a kid watching this on HBO as an 11-year-old, it certainly made me feel things. And
that would have been boobs.
Right? And
prime boobs.
And it is unfair that you said people shit on this because Keanu Reeves sucks, because he really is not in the movie for a good solid hour after this.
So this is me stumbling back out onto the stage. I go, hey, has anyone ever seen the 1992 Bram Stoker's Dracula? People say Keanu Reeves really sucked in that one, but actually these ladies sucked on him. Anybody?
Yeah, get off the stage.
No. But so Dracula is heading over. He gets on the Demeter.
Right.
This is a very funny like transitional scene where he's like turning into like a weird wolfy man, and then like the ship is getting splashed in blood,
and he's in a box full of dirt, and they show like a lit from the inside the box. You know that they had Gary Oldman just dug into a pile of dirt in a little box, and he's just like, I'm just sitting down here thinking about killing people and getting my bride back.
I want to kiss my bride after killing all these men.
And they totally gloss over the Demeter shit. And you know that there was like the Bram Stoker heads that went to see this movie on opening night were like, I was waiting to see him fucking kill everybody on the Demeter, and they just showed a goddamn cardboard cutout of a boat going across some fucking highly stylized miniature ocean or some shit. What the fuck, dude? I'm gonna have to wait 35 years to get a movie that's simply about the voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a weird scene because there is allusion to like more happening, right? Because
of course.
a letter is being read like over it of the trip, and it's like, oh, the men think something else is on board, but it is so glossed over, rightfully so. Like, it should not take a lot of time. It is a secondary piece of the work, if that. It's very small portion, I believe. But very cool. I like how it is summed up, because it is just summed up with him getting grosser and just spraying blood everywhere.
I fucking love it.
But meanwhile, in this whole time, Mina, who is Winona Ryder, is getting letters. She got a letter that's like, hey, I'm going to be away for a month. And Lucy, who's her friend, is like, hey, I've got 3 male suitors that are all like a doctor and a cowboy and
she's got
Carrie Elways.
She has 3 characters that are all vying for. She has 3 comic book, Silver Age comic book characters.
Yeah, she has. It is literally a doctor from the insane asylum, a cowboy, like 1700s cowboy, and good old. The Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, the guy Carrie Elways, a British landowner. A British landowner is what I'm sure he is.
Yeah, good old Saw victim number 1, right?
Hell yeah!
Remember that Carrie Elways is in Saw.
Hell yeah! My wife worked on a movie with him and had to drive him around a bunch a few years ago.
Cool. Is he nice?
Yeah, he's very nice. He is nice.
Yeah,
I can't confirm.
Always seem that way.
Guy from Princess Bride is nice.
Yeah, good. And he said, as you wish.
He's also very good on Psych. He did a few episodes of Psych that were good.
I have not seen much Psych. I have to just nod and agree. So those are the 3 men that are vying for Lucy's attention. But then, and I think she agrees to marry one of them. And I think it is the Carrie Elways.
Yes, she agrees to marry Carrie Elways. Yeah.
He's a good-looking fella. But then Dracula shows up as just a weird, hairy monster man and is like assaulting her or having sex. I don't know if it's consensual. It does not seem so, because he's like a horrible creature. So
we have to get into this because he's definitely he brainwashes her, right? Like, and she doesn't actually love him, right? Or because she.
Oh, you're talking about.
Oh,
Mina.
no. Oh, this is Lucy still.
I'm talking about Lucy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Lucy gets kind of drawn out into the garden where she is molested by a wolf man.
Yeah, but like she is a like lustier character, but
she was brainwashed.
Read as consensual.
No.
Monster man.
I got confused about what was happening, who to where. But yes, no, she's definitely tricked by evil into having sex with a wolfman.
But Mina comes out while this is happening, sees it happening. Dracula looks up, X-rays her, which was crazy. It was just like, oh, that's the lady. Whoops, she's not supposed to see this stuff, and just says, "Forget me."
And he makes eye contact with her as the wolf face, and it's so funny. He's just like, ooh, ooh.
He's like, "Forget that you saw me." And then like the next day, he is in a more human form and runs into her on the street and is like, "Look at me, remember me.
My costume is so expensive."
But I do like. It is very much a thing where there is mind control-y stuff, seduction-y stuff. But I do think the intention of the piece is that she is
Mina.
falling into that core. Like, I do have a shared heritage or soul or something with this past character.
Oh, so yes, you think
Mina.
Oh, so that you think that one of her ancestors was actually Dracula's wife?
No, I don't know if that's.
You think it's just like spiritually, like
yeah, she's like come back in a future form.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Because I think the movie's going for that. There is like a lot of like mind control-y stuff that Dracula kind of does, but he doesn't really seem to be able to get someone to be into him like fully, and
or he feels like that would be cheating and he actually loves her. I feel like
because there is a scene like at the end where he's like, "No, let's not do that thing," and she's like, "Nah, dog, I want it."
I mean, he definitely makes Lucy be into him when he's a goddamn wolfman.
Yeah, he doesn't care about her.
Yeah,
he's just trying to get his wolf rocks off.
Yeah. And what was he trying to do then? Was he trying to like infiltrate their group or like what?
I think he was just hangry. He was hungry and horny.
Oh. Hungry.
And angry, I guess.
He was
horngry.
Horngry girl.
Horngorny.
Horngirl.
But like it does just seem like he's monstrous in that moment. Like he is just trying to make more vampire people because Lucy does get infected and they call Van Helsing.
Hell yeah.
To figure it out.
Now, is Van Helsing, he is the descendant of the Anthony Hopkins. That's what we're supposed to believe, right? From the beginning?
I don't know. Or
do you think it's just the same actor playing him?
Yeah, I think it's just the same actor.
Wow.
I think they are just trying to do a thing of like, you know, cycles repeat and stuff.
Francis Ford Coppola, you're so high, dude. Like, come on, man.
Come on, dude. Because I know Van Helsing is supposed to have like some amount of history to him, but I don't think that is what they're going for there.
Fair.
But they call him there. He pretty immediately is like, Dracula. It's one of them Draculas. We're going to stop it. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to kill Dracula. So like this rules. I'm really into it.
He's great.
He's on board.
And Anthony Hopkins absolutely fucking rules as Van Helsing. Like he is turning it up. They did a very
cool
good
scar.
job.
You meet him and he's like got a little vampire bat and he's just like, hey, let me make it bite my finger. Isn't that cool? I was like, why are you doing that, freak? But he comes there. He's like, it's a Dracula. That's great. I want to kill a Dracula. This is like a dream come true for me. Let's do it. So he is treating Lucy. Lucy's not going full vampire mode, really. She's just kind of trying to bite people every now and then. She's real pale. She's sickly. And then we're back to Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves is managed to escape. He crawled out of a window and threw himself into the river.
I love all of the effects of him walking across the window and falling. And I'm going to talk about it when we do our little wrap up where we talk about it at the end, but there's just some movies where the 4K restoration does a disservice to the effects. And this is
absolute,
absolute, because I watched it in just perfect fucking 4K, and it looked like the Keanu Reeves falling into the ocean was just really
goofy.
Takes you out of it. It's the funniest fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, even the opening part where the Dracula's like Lady Love kills herself, she throws herself into like water, and it's such a cool looking scene. He really does those effects well. They're very interesting. But he got away. Amina gets a letter from him that's like, "Hey man, village found him." And
yeah, she gets a letter from some nuns.
Yeah, they're like, "He needs you to come and marry him in Transylvania." And she's like, "Okay." And she shows up. His hair's gray, which
oh my
also
gosh,
rules. They suck the color right out of his hair.
Look, this 4K shit, like seriously, dude, the wigs, his wigs are so bad. Like Francis Ford Coppola spent 2/3 of the budget for this movie on their clothes. But he spent $4 on Keanu's wigs. It looks like in the Beastie Boys video for Sabotage when like Ad Rock has the gray wig on as one of the cops.
Yeah, it's a bad look, and he's in it for the rest of the movie because your hair don't just ungray. They ain't got like any hymns.
I think it does turn
whatever you do
after he kills Dracula, or after it does turn black again at the end. I think, but I could be wrong.
Because what I misremembered, you don't even see him while Dracula's still alive. You don't see him after Dracula's dead. Like the last shot is like, I don't know. We'll get to it.
Well, yeah. Sorry. Continue.
So he's at this thing. She goes and marries him. But she's always thinking about Dracula. She's like, man, I love that prince because he told her he's a prince. They went to see movies.
Yes.
They drank absinthe in a little club. They had a bunch of dates while Jonathan was away.
Which I love, by the way. Dracula just threw Jonathan to these ladies that he had there, then he just fucks off, gets on the train to the boat, and so the whole time he's macking on this lady, Jonathan Harkness is being devoured by his thrall. I love it.
What's so interesting to me too is like when she comes to marry him, it reads as such a like, hey, this high school couple like went to college and they fucked around a bit with other people, and then they're like, oh, actually, we should be together, so they just go get married.
And they're desperate because the nuns know what's going. The convent people know what's going on, so they're desperate to get her married because they think that Dracula won't violate the sanctity of their marriage or something.
I don't know. But Dracula is pretty mad about it, so he full on turns Lucy into a vampire. And Lucy like goes crazy and they kill her. Or no, she dies. They think she dies, right? Yeah, because he comes in and sucks her blood and she dies. And they put her in like this crazy white outfit. Like she's pure white in face, and they have her in a glass casket.
Yeah, that's what they did back then.
Rules.
That's what they did back then.
But like Anthony Hopkins is like, hey man, if you really love her, you'll let me go into her crypt and cut her head off. And if she's actually dead, who gives a shit? She's dead. But if she's not, that's good. We're going to kill a vampire, and I want to do that. I love doing that. So they go to the crypt. She's not in the coffin. Uh-oh. And then they hear some humming. She's coming down the stairs, sucking on a little baby.
Oh, I love that. This movie.
I completely forgot that she's just eating a child.
Yeah. She's just carrying a baby that she's eating. Clearly got it from the store.
Yeah, she got it from the baby store. So they get the baby away from her. They do a bunch of shot forward for reverse. So they're like, he's using the cross on her, which works on her because I'm assuming she has a bigger belief in religion than those dyed in the cloth vampires.
Yeah. Then Dracula, who was like,
vampires.
I gutted a bunch of people for your god.
But Van Helsing sort of gets her into her coffin by like holding it across to her, and then they stake her, classic staking, and cut her head off.
I love all the head cuttings off. They do that really well in this.
It's really good. And they have like this hovering, floating, cut off head that Dracula's seeing in like blood vision. And he's so mad. And then they're like, we're gonna go get rid of like all his boxes, all his boxes he lives in.
Yeah, because he's got his dirt. That's right. He had his dirt shipped to his house because he's got to live in his fucking dirt.
And for whatever reason, they're like, hey, man, you're the guy who does that asylum. What if we put Mina in your asylum? Oh, that's probably a really safe place
I'm so glad you said that, because one of my few notes that I made, because I want to just chat about the movie, but one of the few notes I made is the doctor is walking Mina through the asylum, and he loves her, by the way. He's walking Mina through the asylum, and he's like, you'll be safe in here. And as he's bringing her to his apartment up there, you just hear in the background, like, ah! And he's like, you'll be perfectly safe in here. And he closes the door, and you can hear just lunatics fucking shrieking like hell in the background. It's like, you can just stay in one of the layers of hell.
But in that time, too, they're just like, Tom Waits, good old Tom Waits, like, hey, why did you turn that bitch into a vampire? I want to be a vampire. I did way more for you than that Lucy lady. Why make me a vampire? And they've got him in this crazy outfit with these long sleeves that are like tied up to the ceiling. Like, it's a wild outfit. And Lucy's like, hey, I know that guy. My man knows that guy. Let me talk to him. And he's like, lady, you got to stay away from this Dracula. He wants to like eat you up. Oh, and gives her the tip off.
And that's when she realizes that Dracula is her prince? Or did she already know that?
I think she already knew that. Because there is like a bit of a crossover when they come back to London married. And like Keanu Reeves sees Dracula like in the street and is like, that's the guy, that's that jerk. And then she goes to look and he's gone. And I was like, so they are trying to do a bit of like, she doesn't know that the person that tormented him was Dracula. So at this point, I think she knows. But they go to, while Mina's there, they go to like the church where all his like, this like just blasted apart church that has just a bunch of coffins in it. And they're going around, they're just desecrating all the earth in there, just making it not sleepable, just vacuuming it up, cleaning it up so you can't sleep in them no more. And he is just hanging from the ceiling as a big old bat.
Yeah, this is such a great costume, dude. I feel like the bust of this was also in the Guillermo del Toro exhibit, but I could be wrong.
He's just like this big slimy bat person, and he just swoops down, he yells at him, and flies off to the insane asylum. But they got to finish, vandalizing his beds, so they do that, and he gets into Mina's house and turns into green smoke and goes up onto the covers, and she's all like, oh yeah, that rules, I love it. And then they're kissing and smooching, and he's like, let's turn you into a vampire. He does this thing where he slits his chest.
Oh, yeah.
This really weird
with his pinky, with his like coke nail.
Yep. And she suckles at his little blood gash. And then he's like, you gotta suck me dry, baby, and then you'll be a vampire. And then she starts, and he's like, no, actually, I don't want to damn you to this. That would be real bad. I don't want you to have to be unalive.
Such a good guy, that Vlad Tepes.
Oh, yeah. What a good guy. Lucy, an outlier in the history of him, but he likes Mina, And it's all about how we treat the ones closest to us.
Right? Oh, and all the people he impaled.
Yeah.
And those women that he turned into vampires and kept in his thrall.
Hey, we don't know their history. They might have wanted that.
Oh, fair.
I mean, what's his name? Renfield wants it.
Sure.
He wants to live in a bed and suck Keanu Reeves dry, probably.
Oh, definitely. You can see it in his eyes.
So he's like, no, you don't want this. It's a curse. And she's like, nah, I want it. I'm going to be with you. And she sucks him dry. And then the guys show up and they're like, get out of here. Dracula, you stink. We're going to kill you. And they do this great shot where he's a giant bat person and then the other guys are little. And they just keep having this set shot to keep the size difference. It's really cool.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love it. And because that's where they made. Do you think they made a big bat guy maquette? Right? Isn't that the one where like they had the?
So I think they must have had a big bat costume that could not move well. So they were like, we can't shoot them in the same shot, or it's like not big enough. So to have the green screen effect look good at all, they're like, we can't have either of the parties moving too much. It might throw it off. So they are just always just sort of shot, just sort of looking at each other.
Yes.
But then they do something that scares Dracula, and he's just backing into a corner, and Van Helsing's like, get light on him, don't let it become dark. And he's just fading into the dark,
and his little eyes,
just two eyes.
Oh, the red eyes disappearing. I love it. And you're like, you fucked up your chance now, idiots.
Carrie Elway is way too slow with the torch.
Oh my God.
Finally gets close enough to get light on him, and his silhouette is made of rats,
and no,
they
he's
all
a bunch
run
of
away.
rats. Oh no. I hate it when the guy I'm chasing turns into rats.
I know. It always sucks. They always get away. You would think you would stomp some of the rats and it would probably like make him weaker, but you never want to because rats are gross. So you don't want to touch them.
And what if each one of those rats is itself a Nosferatu and could like suck your blood, dude? No, thank you.
And what if you stomped the rats and the rats like guts came out and made like the guts crawled away and you made more Nosferatu?
Like in Dead Alive?
Yeah. Or like Tommy. Do you know Tommy?
No, never met him.
It's Uzumaki guy. Junji Ito did a series about this girl who's so pretty that men fall in love with her, but then she's too pretty, so they go insane and cut her up into pieces. But the pieces grow new ones of her, so she's kind of like an invasive disease that just spreads. It's wild. But rats get away. He's like, I'm going back to Transylvania.
That's
this place
right.
blows. And then Mina's like, we got to go too, man.
I have a quick question. Do you know why he bought multiple properties in London? Like, was it so in case he's out and about? Because they mentioned that at the beginning that it's like there's a bunch of properties. I thought maybe it's so that in case he's out and about, he'd have somewhere to go. Or like if they destroyed all of his dirt in this house, he has another house full of dirt over here. But
what's like ironic is I feel like they cover all of the details way more thoroughly in the like Nosferatu movie. The like newer Nosferatu one really goes into that stuff more. I don't think it's necessarily better for it. I don't need all the details on the property, but like, yeah, it is weird that I think it's just like, that's why you need to be here for a month. Like, it's supposed to be an enticing deal. I'm spending a lot of money here.
I'm buying lots of houses. Do you want to sell lots of houses? I feel like I got you over a barrel here, Harkness.
But, theoretically, he's just going to fill those houses with like beds that have vampire ladies in them,
Fair.
Yeah. What if you had like a crazy Carl's mattress deals? We got one vampire in there. We got two vampires in there.
We got a vampire comes up from the bottom of the sheets. We got a vampire comes up from the headboard.
Come up for a Black Friday deal and we'll get 6 in there for you. You won't think it's possible, but man, they're little.
Oh, Black Friday is so bad.
Yeah. We're almost there. Or currently there. Who knows?
Or Black Friday was yesterday for all we don't even know what they were releasing these yet.
I don't even know what day it is currently. So they're going back to Transylvania. Mina wants to go there. They want to go there to kill Dracula. They have this big plan to try and like cut him off as he's getting there, but somehow that doesn't really go well. And
that sequence. Oh my God. So it's like this so I actually had to look who edited this shit. Because I was like, is this Murkowski? Is this Sam Raimi's editor doing a Scorsese movie? And it's not. But all of the like the transitions and the fades and the match cuts and stuff like in that sequence where it's like them trying to beat Dracula and they're like, and then we got there and we we just missed him, and then he got ahead of us, and it's like they're
Yep.
like the Romani that are the gypsies that are helping him, and we don't like that word. But they're like that they're
We are going to make sure to say it once per episode, but we don't like that we're doing
they
it.
keep getting ahead. They keep getting it. It's such a great sequence. They just are bested by Dracula at every turn. And Dracula at the time, he's just sitting in a crate going, yeah, like controlling people with his mind. He's like, I'm just controlling
in a
all
pile of dirt.
my servants from the dirt. Oh, we got to get ahead of this motherfucker.
And then Mina is like hanging out at a camp with Anthony Hopkins, like again in a safe camp that gets attacked by the 3 lady vampires from the bed. They're free from the shackles of their bed, and they're now at a camp. Just sort of watching this scene, which is strange because Mina seems to be controlled by Dracula into like trying to seduce Van Helsing, who's like kind of into it for a bit, and then is like, now this is bad. Let's make a circle of fire around us to keep the vampire ladies out. Vampire ladies are like, okay, we're just going to rip your horses apart.
Oh, that's right. And that's something that would normally be on Does the Dog Die? So like when I looked up Does the Dog Die and it ended with he eats bugs, they should have included also later there's a silhouette of a puppet horse being torn apart.
Yeah. That sequence is so cool. Like they
I
do
love
rip
it.
those horses apart. And then Mina does like a weird incantation that like, I don't know, makes gusts of wind so that it's like harder for them to catch up to the carriage. It's a big fight scene of the carriage, but they all end up at Dracula's castle. They have a big old final tussle where they get a few good stabs in on Dracula in his like big golden cloak. But just as they're about to do the final kill of Dracula, Mina shows up with a gun and is like, hey, fuck off.
Yeah.
And then Keanu Reeves is like, man, I love you so much, but like, you know, girl, I get it.
I can't put up.
If this is what you want, you got it.
If I want you to be happy, and if you becoming an eternal child of the night with the Nosferatu, you know,
Yeah,
there you go. I did. You know what? Honestly, I did escape and jump in a river and make my way to a convent, and then sent for you, and like I did all that stuff because I loved you so much. And then at that time, you were fucking around on me with the guy who had me enthralled by these vampire. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, fuck off, fuck you. I'm glad
So
we're divorced now. Have fun with the Wolfman.
Playing it a bit because
know?
they do seem to. It seems to be a loving thing where he's letting her make this final decision. But they go into the chapel where he, you know, did the cross stabbing before, and she's like, "Hey, this sucks," and he's like, "Yeah, man, just kill me, please," and she does. She pushes the blade that was sticking out of him in all the way, and it hits the ground, big old clank, and then she shears that dude's head off.
Another great head lopping too.
know.
The blood burst.
rules.
Oh, we don't
And then
get
the cross heals.
right. We don't get practical blood, and we don't get practical head chopping. So rarely these days do we get practical head chopping in a mainstream movie. You know, I guess Terrifier, whatever you want to say about the Terrifier franchise, the third one was in wide release, you know, but
It was.
but I mean,
Correct.
like an R-rated movie, like a action movie, or a fucking, you know, it's just so much CG blood. And when you see this
CG blood blows, it's so boring, and I hate it, and it looks fake. It always looks so fake. Give me just real blood sprays.
The only time that a massive amount of CG blood worked for me was in John Rambo. The first Rambo reboot that came out in like 2009.
Sure. I've never seen a Rambo film.
Well, we've got to put some on the list then for this, because John Rambo is fucking hilarious. You know, when an action movie makes a villain and they're like introducing this villain, and they're like, we need you to know that this is the villain, right? And they'll have the villain do like the most heinous thing. Like, it's like one of his men is like, oh, I didn't mean to disobey you. And he's like, it's okay. Don't worry. And then he cuts his head off or something, and he's like, this is what happens if you betray me. But like this guy, they do the most heinous fucking thing to show how bad this guy is. And I just remember and my buddy Peter in a movie theater when it came out opening weekend, just howling with laughter as this guy does just some unspeakable shit, because it was so funny that's how they chose to show that. Anyway.
But yeah, then she looks up at a big old fresco on the ceiling that's showing a reverse of the scene that's currently playing out, because she is now there with a dying partner.
And he's young. He gets young, and he's got those terrible sideburns.
Yep, his gross original look comes back.
Oh, and his disgusting vampire face looks so good, man. The we've been talking about it.
The effect is so good. Like the modeled skin, like the the age marks and stuff are so correct and like well done. So we both seem to have liked this movie a bit. But what did others think? Do you want some reviews?
Oh, absolutely. Are these current reviews or reviews from the 90s?
I believe these are current.
Okay, lay it on me.
These are current. So I tried to, go back and forth a bit, get some goods, get some bads. So we've got our 5-star review. This is the legendary director's last significant film. A beautifully cinematic, romantic adaptation of Stoker's seminal horror novel. The decision to have Dracula's first stop in London be a visit to the city's new cinema viewing room seems hugely appropriate, since the movies would become the medium that would perpetuate the Count's image and deeds for the next 100 years.
Fuck, dude. Oh my God, dorks. Oh, dorks, dude. And also, that's Jack. Like, that guy... I love how he's like the director's last significant film. It's like, oh my God, Robin Williams is rolling in Jack's grave.
Gary Oldman is, of course, nothing short of spectacular in the lead role. In his early scenes with Harker in the castle, his blood-red gown and grotesque white hairdo are startling because they depart so drastically from the black cape and formal attire we have always seen this character wear in other films. The movie is packed with such costume, lighting, and special effect touches that create otherworldly, dazzling effects. Yet the script adheres faithfully to Stoker's creepy tale as the forces of good, led by Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Van Helsing, go about their pursuit of the evil Count. There is a feverish, operatic intensity running through the entire production, the same sort of thrilling, stylish editing and atmosphere Mr. Coppola brought to his Godfather films and Apocalypse Now masterpieces. His movie stands head and shoulders above all other Dracula films, yet for some reason is generally underrated and overshadowed by those two classics from the 70s.
Well, so how do you think this compares to The Godfather?
I think it's right up there. I do think this is one of his best movies, of course. Godfather is also very good. I've never seen Godfather 2, never seen Godfather 3.
Oh, man, Godfather 2 is, I'm sure people have told you, it was pretty good, dude. It's like one of those, have you ever heard that how some, it's like sequels aren't necessarily good, right? But apparently Godfather 2, that's one of the times when the sequel is a spicy meatball. And a spicy meatball means a better movie than the original. They even talk about it in one of the screms.
I do have to check it out. I have wanted to check that one out. I have not seen Megalopolis yet. I've not seen a lot of his stuff. I have seen Twixt. Not a good movie. I did want to make a game. I didn't want to make the game, though, of just because Francis Ford Coppola, what he loves to do lately is buy back all of the footage and rights for his movies from distribution and recut them to make a better movie and then name it different.
So this would be Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula, the director's cut.
Well, for instance, the film Twixt, a bad movie, he bought the yeah, I don't know like what the procedure was, but he got all the stuff back, recut it to make a good one. Also, my cat just ate dinner, so if you hear some yelling, that's
so
what
the
he's
cat,
doing.
your cat yells after dinner.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Our cat yells for dinner.
My cat just yells, man. Just yells.
That's good.
So, Twixt, a movie he made, he recut, and I believe, I can't find it right now, but I believe he changed the name to In Betwixt Now and Dawn or something.
Oh man,
like
I think I read that. I think I read about that. Yeah, it has a dumb
he's so
retitle
weird, man.
thing. Yes.
But he does that with like all his movies. It's really odd. Like he's been just going back through the catalog, changing movies and releasing them under slightly different
Wait, so you
titles.
can go buy a DVD or a Blu-ray of that retitled Twixt? Did it get a
I
theatrical
don't
release?
think he re-releases them in any like.
Oh, he just
meaningful
makes
way.
it and puts it in a closet?
Yeah, he is
Kind of
really
weird.
running himself into the ground to do weird stuff.
Well, because
Like,
he made that Megalopolis, right?
yeah, and he like bankrupted himself to do that.
man,
like,
that
he,
movie
he
sucked.
sold his own vineyard and like all this other stuff.
Folks online really tried to talk themselves into more than ironically liking that movie, and then I watched it and I was just like, oh, y'all. No.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, here's a little bit of Twixt. Director Francis Ford Coppola had originally intended the film as a type of live editing experiment using groundbreaking digital editing technology. Coppola intended to act as a sort of conductor during every screening of the film, lengthening or shortening scenes and even changing plot elements depending on the audience response.
What?
This caused long delays in the film's release and ultimately proved impractical, forcing Coppola to do a locked edit of the film, integrating elements from all various permutations of the story.
So did he ever perform it live like that?
I don't think so. I don't think he ever actually figured out a way to do it.
Wow.
Also, I know I was very off topic, but I just love reading IMDb trivia because it's so useless. This movie was inspired by a dream Francis Ford Coppola had one night.
Twixt?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Nothing.
Well, so do you have another Dracula review?
I do. This one is from Tom Green.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's just his name's Tom Green. You know, I usually don't like to list the names, but you know, Tom Green.
TV host, 90s, MTV?
Who knows? He's only written two reviews, and the other one was about Rings of Power and seemed to be worried about the woke agenda.
The other one wasn't Freddy Got Fingered.
Good movie, underappreciated. Everyone sucks.
Much
This
like
one's actually
Dracula.
really good.
It's that's Tom Green's, Bram Stoker's, Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula's
review.
Yes.
Tom Green writes, 2 stars. To be honest, I only watched 15 minutes.
Ah, fuck you, dude.
But that's all I needed to know, that the creator didn't care about the author.
What?
First problem, they gave Dracula a backstory the very first page before the story even begins. Stoker writes, how these papers have been placed in sequence will be made manifest in reading them. All needless matters have been eliminated so that history, almost at variance with the possibilities of later day belief, may stand girth as simple fact. There is throughout no statement of past events wherein memory may err, for all the records chose are exactly contemporary, given from the standpoints and within the range of knowledge of those who made them. This version, back in the year 14 blah blah blah, Dracula wasn't given a backstory for a reason. He is wholly evil. There is no redemption arc for him. 2, they made Lucy a slut.
Whoa. What?
Flirtatious is one thing, but she is supposed to be virtuous, not a bimbo.
She didn't have sex with any of those guys.
3, an actual romance with Mina. You don't need to be a brilliant detective to know that was where they were going with that. My sister said it best. They cannot make an accurate version because they do not share the same worldviews as the authors who wrote them. So no, don't watch this. Read the book instead.
Oh, so this is the woke agenda guy who's saying Mina wouldn't be empowered to make her own decision of being in love with Dracula.
Also, I watched 15 minutes. They made Lucy a slut.
Wait a second.
believe
I
the only thing
forgot
that-
how. Wait, he said. Hold on. No, I do remember that started with you saying that feller Tom Green had only read that man, white man, probably Tom Green. Huh. Yeah. So how did he know any of that shit? How did he know about Mina having a? Oh, is that in the
Well, he
first
said,
15 minutes?
You don't need to be a brilliant detective to know that was where they were going with that.
I think at 15 minutes in, though, you might need to be a brilliant detective because it's not. Has she even met him by then? Isn't I'm on my buddy's Plex, but yeah, that's you've still got crazy white-haired him at the time. He hasn't even met her yet.
I don't think he's even seen the picture. Maybe he has at 15.
I love that
sure.
black ink. They do like that ink spreads over the picture. It's like
so
his
cool.
gaze, his evil gaze from the. Oh, I love it.
It's very funny to me because they made Lucy a slut is very funny because the only part that is in there is she sees that Mina is looking at like a sex picture in a book and says, I did that last night. And Mina goes, really? And she goes, in my dreams. And I was like, what a slut, dreaming of sex. Are you kidding?
Having men be attracted to you, that's real slut behavior. That's what Tom Green, the right-wing film critic, says.
I love real Tom Green, not this loser, whoever this is. But let's get a 5-star review in.
Hell yeah.
Left a bad taste. It's 5 stars. Not my cup of tea.
What?
Interesting concept, but the way it is carried out is, in my opinion, repetitive, uninterested, and dull. The characters, including Dracula, don't really drag me into the story, and I'm left saying, well, that was stupid. First episode was the peak, and afterwards it just went downhill.
Oh, okay. So this guy's watching something else.
The scares don't seem to spook me, and I'm left wanting more. Nonetheless, I watched it through, and I'm indifferent towards the possibility of a second season. I personally believe that they tried to do something like Lucifer, but replaced Lucifer with Dracula and didn't make it as in-depth as Lucifer. All in all, I had a few laughs, and I would definitely take Dracula on a night out, wink. I just wish the story...
Whoa, so... Whoa. What? Okay, keep going.
Just wish the story hadn't caused me to check for the remaining time every few seconds. 5 stars.
So is that an AI thing?
I don't know.
Like, because I can't figure out where that person went wrong. Like, do they think they're commenting on a Dracula TV show that we haven't seen or something? Or like The Strain, maybe? Or like, but they accidentally are commenting, or do they think when they're watching Bram Stoker's Dracula, they think they're watching a television series about Dracula?
They're like, this is roughly the length of a season of show.
What else has that person reviewed?
I don't know. Let me see.
If it's hard to pull up, that's fine. But I'm just so curious because that sounds like very oddly. I mean, let's not even to talk about the fact that it's a 5-star review that they say this is a piece of repetitive shit. But it really sounds like I can't tell what they're getting wrong about it.
Let's see. Where did I even find this?
I don't know. How did you find the other one that he commented on the racist, the Rings of Power being woke?
I mean, I found that on Google reviews.
This is a different place. Okay, never mind. I can't see what you're doing. You're doing all the magic back there, tracking all this stuff. But yeah, I think that person just had no idea what they were watching. They don't know how reviews work. They don't understand how a star system works. They might not even know what the shape of a star is.
So I found them. This review has 3 likes, which is confusing.
Hell yeah.
This is the only thing they've ever reviewed.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, when was the review from?
2 years ago.
Oh man, that might not even be AI.
Created their account, reviewed Dracula, and died.
I want to know what they thought they were talking about. I'm just so curious,
too.
and we'll never know. We'll never know.
Do
you have a real 5-star review, or is that it?
I've just got one last review, and some of these you don't have to give a star rating, I guess, but but here's this one. I saw the movie again through the net this time, and felt completely sorry for the innocent solicitor, hashtag Keanu Reeves, parentheticals Jonathan Harker, who was tortured and driven crazy because he was betrothed to Dracula's wife from a previous life, and who she tried to kill to save Dracula in the end. But he stood by her and let her go, completely touched by the journey of love of this lawyer who is simply trying to do his work and rescue his wife.
This lawyer!
I think there were several hard scenes being confined in the castle, which hashtag Keanu Reeves played out brilliantly. That's the end of the review.
Wow, we don't see enough good lawyer representation. It's like in a different episode where the guy in the Cat's Eye episode, which may or may not have come out yet, spoiler alert, but there's a lady character in there that's clearly just written by a guy that hates women.
Oh yeah.
And
I would say most
great.
of the women in that film are.
Yes, yeah. And unfortunately, Stephen King, he was going through something back then, so maybe he's getting better now.
Too
but
bad for that guy.
So those were great reviews of Dracula.
Yeah, so that was Dracula. So, I mean, we can go over the things here. So my chicken tenders, much like everything in that order, because this is going to tie all together with my Monster Mash experience, was served without sauce.
That's right. You didn't get the fucking sauce.
So I ambled back out on the stage. My chicken tenders were like me after getting bitten by a vampire, dry.
Did they remind you of the BK Crowns nuggets?
Yes. But they also looked like PlayStation controllers. But then I held them up to my teeth and was reminded that they was vampire fangs. 5 stars. So, I mean, we can rank them on taste. I mean, how was your experience with the chicken?
Well, so I've got some notes. The thing about, and so I have thoughts on this. The thing about nuggets shaped like anything other than regular chicken nuggets is it reminds your brain that you're eating a malleable slime. And oh boy, is it a malleable slime, and it's just salted just right and yum, yum, yum. But that's what it is. And so nuggets that are shaped like dinosaurs, I find them to be off-putting because it just reminds you that what you're eating is fake. Not that the actual chicken nugget shape is real or anything. Dude, and I'll eat them because I'm disgusting. Mm-hmm. So I'll throw some in the air fryer if I happen to have found a bag in the alley or something. I'll put them in the air fryer. But I didn't really like them. They did remind me of like the big bag of Costco dino nuggets, and I honestly thought that the regular BK nuggets were better.
Interesting.
There was only one little tiny crunch. They were very soft.
Sure.
I definitely thought that they were worse than normal nuggets, partially because of the shape, right? So you got you got the fang shape, right? So they got to press that fucking slime into that mold, and then they need to leave enough room for there to be like breading around it too, right? So what, you got like breading, like a thin thread of slime really with some breading on it? No. I would say, I mean, they tasted good because they were salt.
Yeah,
I like
salt.
anything that's salt. And I actually had the sauce. I probably dipped them in ketchup.
Sure.
And I more than likely asked for a zesty onion ring sauce because that's what I get at BK. When I get other stuff, that zesty sauce that the onion rings come with is real good.
That's what people were suggesting to have them with, and I remember I flashed back to me standing at the register going, "I'll take a zesty sauce."
Yeah,
and me getting my order and just like, what?
Wait, but you were inside the place?
Yeah.
So why didn't you just ask them for the sauce?
It's just my noble duty is to eat it as served. That's my duty as a reviewer.
Oh man. Okay, cool. No, cool.
But also I did, when I ordered the food, there's 2 people talking, like the person who made the food and someone across the counter was talking, and I had to keep going like, hey, hi, I get a drink with this? And then I like looked up at the meal. I was like, oh, I don't get a drink
Ah,
with
you
this.
idiot.
And then I went to my seat and there were no sauces. I was like, I'm not going back up there.
Oh my
I will
gosh,
surely
dude.
die.
Okay, so yeah, fair. Yeah, you blew it. You deserve to eat a dry nug.
Yep.
So what were the categories? So I would say
Taste.
Taste. The taste was good, but it's a gross product.
Yeah.
And I thought that Dracula was very tastefully made.
I agree. I would say Dracula doesn't have much of a taste because it's a movie, stupid. But
you wait. Did you plan this whole thing? Hold on. Did you have taste be one of the? Okay.
No, I agree. I think Dracula is like a really fun, tasteful little romp of a Dracula adaptation. That was the main thing I found in those reviews when I was looking at real reviews of the thing, where all your 5 stars were like so good, not like the story at all. All the 1 stars were like really bad. It's not like the story at all. I read the synopsis of the story. I have not read that book. It's the exact outline of the story. I don't know. Like, what are people talking about?
No, this is one of the great adaptations. Like, that's what fucks me up when you say stuff like that, because I've read a buddy of mine was like really into Bram Stoker's Dracula in college because he was like, it's like the first The Onion, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, they like made it look like fake newspaper clippings and shit. Like, and they printed the book like that. And I've looked at it since, and yeah, dude, it's really cool. It's it's like precursor to found footage. You know, without Dracula crawled so that the Blair Witch Project could run to some degree, I think, or War of the Worlds. You know, I mean, they weren't trying. It wasn't trying to make it seem real as much.
You're of course talking about the new War of the Worlds with Ice Cube in it.
Oh no, I watched a clip of that and I went, oh man, the podcasts that talk about how bad it is do not prepare you for how bad it is. And really quick, we're not going to get into it because we're not going to watch it or whatever. At least I hope we're not.
It's bad. I have watched it.
Isn't it crazy that movie looks like it was made the first month of the pandemic when they first figured out that they were going to have to make things over Zoom or whatever? But it was made in 2024. Like,
but it was shot during the pandemic.
Well, yeah, but was it shot in 2020?
I think so.
Was it?
It just sat there forever because
you can't release that. That's done. You can't release that. So what's after?
I think
what did you think? You said I'm a dummy for saying it has taste. That's
but I think we give it to one or the other, right? So taste.
Who
would you give it to? I think the movie's
absolutely the movie Dracula for sure. Tasted better.
Tasteful, yeah.
And when you see them eating that blood, oh, yum, yum, yum.
Oh, they love blood. And when Van Helsing's eating that big rump roast later, when he's like,
oh my God, he just stabs into it after they cut her head off or whatever.
Looks so good, yeah.
The editing on this shit is so perfect.
So next is appearance, the look of the movie versus the look of the food. I think the movie looks so much better than those chicken nuggets.
Yes. So like think about it like this, right? Okay. So the movie is one of the best looking films of the 90s.
Yes.
Right? So
Heavy
it's
agree.
Best looking thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you consider to be the best looking chicken nuggets you've ever seen?
Best looking chicken nuggets I've ever seen.
I'll go first.
You go.
The best looking chicken nuggets that I've ever seen are like this hot chicken place called Bangin' Buns.
Sure.
And that's like, I think that's like the Dracula, like as far as look goes. Like I think that looks as good as far as a chicken nugget goes as Dracula does as far as a movie goes. Do you have what's your best looking chicken fried?
So what I'm thinking is the Wingstop chicken strips. Like the lemon the lemon pepper ones.
Yeah, it sounds like lemon
ones.
pepper.
Oh.
I don't eat Wingstop generally, but I'm familiar with the lemon pepper.
So good, and they look so nice. They're fried so crispy.
And when you got them, you said that's like Dracula.
Yeah, just
they
like
look
Dracula.
as good as Dracula.
They look as good as Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula. every time I get them.
They had a blue fire. They had like an overlaid blue ring of fire over them. The blue fire. My wife liked the other in-camera effects, but she's like, I don't like that fire overlay. It's really dumb.
It is really dumb. It's really dumb with no purpose ever. Like, because it comes in twice. It comes in once when they're first going to the castle with Jonathan, and you're like, oh, is that a force field he's not going to be able to pass back through? Nope, never comes up again. And then later, Winona Ryder shoots blue fire like circles, and I don't really know if they do anything.
Right? It's not like the blue circles, the stun circles from Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know what those are doing. They're stunning.
Yeah, and they look great doing it.
So our next one, ingredients. Food. What's in the food versus what's in the movie, cast and crew.
Well, my God, we've got Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Carrie Elsweeds, the guy who played the cowboy.
But how do they stack up to like pink sludge?
Pink slime. That's literally what it's called. It's called pink slime. Have you ever seen? Remember that Jamie Oliver? Who was like, kids are getting bad food,
One of the funniest clips that exists in the world is.
So you've seen the pink slime that he makes?
Oh, I've seen the clip where he's in front of school children and he shows them how chicken nuggets are made by like grinding up gristle and shit.
He drops a chicken carcass in there and grinds it all up, and they love that shit. The
kids are like, gross, yuck, ew, and then he's like, who wants to eat this? And they all are like, me.
And they're like, yum, dude, it's good. And you see it blow up in his face.
Oh, you just see the life leave his face. It's what a good piece of reality television. So
yeah, I think the movie's got it on this.
100%.
Right? Like,
so the movie's batting 100 so far. Next is writing. The script of the movie versus, and let me break this out again. Remember from last episode or the future episode, the rest of this copy, but here's about the vampire nuggets. Crispy chicken nuggets shaped like vampire fangs and bats served in a carton designed as a coffin, perfect for dipping and sharing with your coven. These fantastic treats are available as part of the King Junior meal or a la carte.
And we're comparing that to the script for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
We are.
Well, I
so
think
something of like I've crossed oceans of time to get to you. And
well, so I think we have to do it. I need to do it the same way that I did the pink slime versus the cast and crew, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm looking at or how they look, like the look, right? If I'm looking at the what step are we on right now?
4, writing.
Writing.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at the writing of the copy, that's bad copy. That isn't good copy, I don't think.
It is concise.
Well, okay. So let's say for copy, it's like what, 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5.
And I mean, you do have to take into consideration, what are they working with? This is a person who has to sell chicken nuggets that are
shaped like fangs.
Indifferent from regular chicken nuggets. The only difference is that they are shaped like fangs and they come in a coffin, which they nail. They knock that part out of the park. Honestly, they also tell me where to get them.
They should have done it double. Fangs or creepy mountain range where Dracula's castle is. Flip it over.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Weren't there also bats?
Yes. There's bats and fangs. Yeah.
Crispy so I definitely think the movie's got it. It's better writing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a better script than that is copy, but I am coming around to that's not bad copy. They say fantastic.
Sharing with your coven, which turns out they were right and I'm stupid.
No, they're using a deep cut term for a group of vampires squatting in a lightless basement.
Yeah. Served in a carton designed as a coffin is a little weird, but it sounds fun and different as a way to speak.
They should have just said served in a coffin.
Yeah.
Like, why do they have to say a carton? Are they afraid that people be like, I don't want a real coffin. I don't have room for a real coffin in my drive-through order.
There's been a dead body in there. Why would I want to eat out of that?
Well, I mean, come on. Coffins only have a dead body in them after they're sold.
Like, how do you think they got them? They bought them.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. There you go. But I think that, again, the movie takes it.
Yeah, I think so. And then finally, how did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking? First, did it leave you pooping? Essentially, were you thinking about those chicken nuggets later, or were you thinking about Dracula later?
Well, so I was thinking about Dracula later. I don't really get bad stomach stuff from food. But I'll say, in terms of what was the more memorable experience, it's watching Dracula on HBO at like midnight when I was a kid. And it was probably fucking pan and scan. Could you imagine how bad pan and scan Dracula looks with all those like practical effects being just destroyed by the...
Probably looks interesting though. It probably looks like this weird like glowy mess.
Oh man. But yeah, so no, I think that this definitely takes it for the overall memorable. I was remembering it fondly, like a good shit.
Oh man, so I agree. I'm inclined to agree. The nuggets did not leave me shitting outside of the normal shits, and never really thought about them again, other than the fact that we had to do a podcast about them, and then I did pay a lot of money to eat that meal. I have thought
I
about
remember
that.
That's right. And you got mad at them because that was you that was mad that it was more expensive than on the app?
Yeah,
or was that a review we read?
See, I tried to like hide it as like a review that we read, but that was me, and I have contacted the authorities and my lawyer.
Oh, that's right. I can talk to you. I can follow
lawyer.
up with you about. You asked me if I had a lawyer from when I did that class action lawsuit against the Guitar Pick people when the Guitar Pick didn't make me play like Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, you were like, this pick of destiny's not working. It seems like a pick of Dumpstiny.
No, don't bring up Tenacious D. You're gonna break my heart, dude. We gotta save that. You can't bring up Tenacious D for the first time 10 minutes before we're done with the episode, because oh my god. But I gotta stop telling you to continue.
So I think FFCBS Dracula takes it. It really flew away with this one.
Absolutely. 5 of 5.
5 of 5. And I think that's a great system. It seemed to work perfectly for this one, and probably for all other ones. It seems
we will never change this.
Never. See, I'm perfect, and everything I suggest is gold. And speaking of things I suggest, I believe there's one last segment in the show.
Welcome to the Tomb of Snackula.
So, of course, this is the segment entitled Count Snackula, or The Tomb of Snackula. We have alternate titles, just like horror movies from the 80s when they like did A/B testing in theaters. So for this game, we have both purchased a snack that is tied in with something else, and we are going to quiz one another to try and figure it out first. We're going to do this in a 21 question style. Do you want to go straight yes or no questions? Is that how you want to do it?
I think we should. Well, first off, I'm terrible at these types of games.
Yeah.
And are we having a moment like a Mandela effect? It's 20 questions, right? It's not 21 questions. The game that you play as a child, it's 20 questions, right? What the hell is going on, Andrew? Like, you've done this. I'm not saying you're doing something to me. You're not trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm in another universe or anything. But I remember last time you said 21 questions too, and I was like, 21 questions?
I don't know. There's 21 questions. Song by American rapper 50 Cent.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, I guess if Curtis says 21 questions, that's what it is.
It is indeed 20 questions. I am fairly certain. 21 is coming up with very little. I am.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm not that. I'm crazy in different
20
ways.
questions
Good.
is the right one.
So are we going to do each other's, or are we just going to do one or the other first? Because that's a lot of questions.
We'll alternate, and we're not going to do 20. I think it's just until one of us gets the product. Right?
Got it.
You brought something, right? We didn't.
I don't have it here with me.
Well, you have something in your brain that you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I had mine today.
And you ate it?
Is that a question?
Sorry about that shrill squeak, but yes, I kind of set that up. But yeah, so you ate one today.
If that is your question, yes, I did.
Okay.
Eat mine.
Now you ask me.
Is yours food?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, we're making progress. Now it's
Well,
on you.
Is yours chocolate?
No.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Is yours chocolate?
Fuck you. Yes.
Okay. Shit, that doesn't help me at all.
Everything is chocolate, bitch.
Yeah, but I just, here's the thing. I will just keep letting you ask questions about your own thing until you reveal what it is.
Well, let's just we're working it out. It's your turn.
No, I asked if it was it chocolate, and you said yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And so yours. So, does yours have a design on the wrapper?
A design. Yes.
Okay, I got this. I'm getting this.
Is yours tied into a cartoon?
No.
Okay, interesting.
Is yours tied into a holiday?
No. Is yours tied into a holiday?
Fucking yes. Yeah.
Okay, it's on you. And I'm almost positive I know what yours is.
Oh, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And if you guess and get it wrong, the game is over and I win, right? Isn't that how it works?
My guess is just one of my questions.
So oh, fair. That is how this works. Then you get another question. I'm not keeping track of how many questions we've done.
That's fine. I mean, you were the lead, so you're.
So let's see here. So, is yours something that you purchase at a? Is it something that you can't get at a grocery store, but you can get at a gas station?
No.
I thought that was going to be more illustrative to me.
You asked it in such a way where I was just like, I don't think there's a way I can answer this that would be helpful to you. Is yours The Grinch Who Stole Kisses?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah, we don't know each other well enough yet. Kisses wouldn't even break my top 10 candies, probably.
Well, I'm not asking if it's something that's your favorite candy. I'm trying to figure out what the product is.
Oh, fair. I've given away that.
Also, you said it wasn't a cartoon. I'm stupid. I think the Grinch is real.
No, you asked if it's based on a holiday.
But I asked if it was a cartoon first.
Okay. No, not a cartoon. Yeah, you're right.
I'm a fool.
No, that's okay. Whose turn is it?
It's you.
Okay, so is yours meat?
No.
Okay, not. Let me make a note.
Not meat.
Meat. Okay.
So yours is chocolate. Is it a bar form of chocolate? A candied bar?
No. What? Well, shit. That's so. I'm gonna say no.
Huh. I hate this answer.
I think it is specific. Well, actually, this might help you out. It's specifically something that is not identified as a bar. It is identified as something else entirely. And I gave you extra stuff because we could literally do this for a half hour.
I know. You wanted to bring multiple items to this, I will say, when we initially
I did not understand your pitch exactly. And then I got it later and was like, oh, no, we're good on just this one thing.
Okay, so it's on you.
Okay, so is yours something that you need to heat up in a microwave?
Not in a microwave.
Oh, okay.
Does need to be cooked.
Okay.
I will say this. I'll give you a little more. Let's see. Is your tie-in a movie?
Yes. But in the sense that our show handles it. So yes, but like for us on the show, we could make it a tie-in. but it's not branded as such.
Oh no, you've taken a crazy approach to this.
Well, you're getting too far away from it. Remember, it's not a bar.
It's not a bar.
Is yours a Pop-Tart?
It is not a Pop-Tart.
Ah, fuck. I thought I got it when you said it has to be cooked.
Pop-Tarts are notoriously the only thing that needs to be cooked.
Well, but that's like a thing. A lot of people say you can eat them raw. It's like I figured you were a guy who would scoff at that.
So it's not a bar. It is chocolate. It is a candy because you thought about that. Is it some form of M&Ms? Like
no.
Damn it.
Is yours a Pop-Tart? No, fuck. So I thought, okay. No. Hold on. I meant to say Hot Pocket, which is basically the Pop-Tart of the meat of the... Oh, but it's not meat. Fuck. So... Hold on, let me re-ask. So is it a Pop-Tart?
Hold on. Is it a Pop-Tart?
No. Is it a Hot Pocket? Is it a Hot Pocket?
It is not a Hot Pocket.
But you would admit that a Hot Pocket needs to be cooked, right?
I would admit that.
Okay, cool. I thought you were trying to get out of that.
I would also admit that Pop-Tart or Hot Pocket is the Pop-Tart of meat. Is yours some sort of Reese's peanut butter cup?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's not That's not all it
exactly
is.
Okay. It's some bullshit tie-in.
Is yours a frozen item? Does it come frozen?
No, it could possibly, but not the one I got. I have had frozen ones of this, but not the branded part, just the food part.
Oh, is it a frozen pizza?
No.
Oh.
I said mine was not frozen. Also, for the record.
God damn it, dude.
I didn't buy an unfrozen frozen pizza. Is yours like the cookie crossover Reese's peanut butter cup that exists currently?
Well, how would we let's play with that for a second. How would you make that a tie-in to something? Remember, I said this is a tie-in.
Dude, it is.
I guess you're tying a cookie in there.
Yeah, there's a current one that's like cookie Reese's peanut butter cups or something.
They're good, but that's not it. No. Is yours a media tie-in item?
Yeah, of course. That's the whole premise.
Well, yeah.
That's a freebie. You can get another one in there.
Okay. Is yours would it be within a couple feet of the gum at a store on the shelf?
No.
Okay.
So it is a peanut butter cup.
It's a Reese's peanut butter cup that is a tie-in with something that could be perceived as a movie.
But it's not directly a movie. This is a current product and something I could buy at the store now.
For the next few days, yes, and they'd be on special.
Okay. I think I know.
All right. And is yours...
Pop-Tart?
No.
It is this time, son.
Is it a Doritos product?
Ooh, no. It might be cheesy, though.
Okay.
Is yours those pumpkin?
Yeah, you got it. Pumpkin Reese's. So you won.
Mine was SpongeBob macaroni and cheese.
What the fuck? How would I ever get that? SpongeBob macaroni and cheese? Oh, I'm going to get you so good next time now that I know what we're doing. A little bit better, but okay, cool. So you won. You won the inaugural Count Snackula, Tomb of Snackula.
Tomb of Snackula, Count Snackula. And that brings us to the end of another Hammy Movies Over. We'd say movies over, my Hammy.
Movies over, my hammy.
But as I always say at the end of these, the actual intention, of this show is to review movies against their menu tie-ins. These, despite being promotional items, are hard to find. So if you know of one and would like to let us know so we could talk about it, hit us up at our email address, moviesovermyhammy@gmail.com. Just the name of the show, @gmail.com. Send us an email there. Or you can send us questions. I don't know. Send us whatever.
That's also going to be in the bumper as well. So, there you go.
Don't send us penises, please.
Yeah, don't bumper your penises at us.
Yeah, don't bumper the penis.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay. Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movie. Not enough podcast where two average guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy.
Wait, what's the show?